Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where recently the second part of the raid, of the Arcadion raid, was unlocked, or released rather. And so, Yana, how do we continue? Souls under siege. Hey Desiree, you're just the person I wanted to see. Cruiserweight matches have yet to begin, but Nayuni and I made some breakthrough in our research about psychonecrosis. Come inside, we'll tell you what we've learned. Because psychonecrosis was a thing. It's good to see you, Desiree. As you may have heard, we've managed to dig up a lead regarding psychonecrosis. Before diving into the details, perhaps a refresher is in order. It's a rather complicated affair, after all. You have barely been crowned champion of a light heavyweight division before our sister Utopie challenged you. She was intent on claiming your soul as a means to cure psychonecrosis. The illness appears to afflict those who use feral souls to an excessive degree, those such as Arcadion fighters. We learned from Utopie that the immortalized, who we thought lived in luxury in the upper levels, are actually dead, taken by the disease. Since that revelation, we've looked for alternate ways to cure psychonecrosis, and we finally have some news to share. It's all thanks to Nayuni. Like Utopie, she has a sense for electro technology. She's learned to do all sorts of things from tinkering on her own. Oh Yana, don't give her the wrong idea. It's the people of Oblivion that we have to thank for our discoveries. I'd attempted to access Everkeep's core systems for information on souls, you see. Unsurprisingly, I failed. What's more, an Oblivion member who was monitoring unauthorized access found me. She took me to task, scolding me to never again do something so reckless. When I explained our predicament, however, she kindly shared research data Oblivion had acquired from Organics. The data was quite difficult to parse, but I managed to find some relevant information. Namely, that the military was well aware of psychonecrosis, having also sought to utilize feral souls. Furthermore, they had developed a method to identify the presence of the affliction. This brings us to our next move. Now that we are privy to this method, we feel that we should use it to diagnose other fighters. They deserve to know if they're ill. Both are correct. Indeed, isn't it right to leave him ignorant? I'm glad you agree. I can't sit idly knowing that they might die. As Madam warned us, the President doesn't take kindly to those who get in his way. He'd be extremely unimpressed if we revealed the secret to those you've yet to fight and caused their withdrawal. Of course, you're still liable to incur the President's ire by becoming Grand Champion and releasing all the souls in the repository, but we should avoid getting in his crosshairs for as long as we can. That's why I propose we approach only those fighters you've already bested. As they are barred from fighting for a time, it wouldn't have an immediate impact on the championship. There are still risks, however. Every time our fellow fighters use a feral soul, they bring themselves closer to psychonecrosis, including in a match against you. Which is why it's important we tell them the truth as soon as possible, so we can stop that from happening for good. Knowing what the illness has done to Utopie, it feels nothing less than personal. To begin with, let's reveal the truth to Honey. Despite being rivals, we're actually quite close. Just a moment while I call her. She's busy as I expected, but can spare a moment for us. She's on her way here now. I was frightened at first when Oblivion found me, but when I actually met its members, they all turned out to be quite nice. Honey manages to balance 2 careers at once. I can't help but admire her. So, what's this about then? I hope it's as urgent as you say it is. My stars, you're serious, aren't you? Could I be afflicted as well? Regulators are designed to monitor the state of a wearer's soul. If you connect yours to a terminal, we can't confirm whether there are signs of a disease. Please be at ease, Miss Honey. Your soul shows no sign of degradation. Truly? Oh, what a relief. I shudder to imagine how I might be affected with such a dreadful disease. You're fine too, I suppose? You joined the Arcadion well after I did, after all. Well, I haven't gotten any symptoms yet. Yana was so eager to prove herself, she utilized Pharaoh's souls numerous times in training. So when I examined her, we found that she is on the threshold of developing the disease. For mercy's sake, Yana, we are forbidden from training with Pharaoh's souls, and knowing what I know now, I'd say it's because the president doesn't want us to die too early. It would be bad for entertainment. At any rate, neither of us should use Pharaoh's souls again, which means we can't fight in the Arcadion anymore. Alright then, I retire. Really? I wasn't expecting you to decide so quickly. While I graced countless magazine covers and concert stages, I never shined so brightly as when I fought in the ring, it's true. But everything I've done was so that I could bask in the adoration of a people. I couldn't do that if I were dead, now could I? So I look for another avenue to apply my talents, and you can be sure that I'll succeed. After all, I'm Honeybee Lovely, the brightest star in the sky. Now then, I'm scheduled to appear on a broadcast, so I must be on my way. Thanks for warning, my dears. You are lifesavers. She really is something else, honey. Right, at least one other fighter I'd like to inform. The Brute Bomber, who you defeated to become a light heavyweight champion. We're not exactly friends, but I won't abandon him either. He's not likely to answer when called, though, so we need to visit him at his home in residential radius 9-11. I always carry a personal terminal with me, so we can check for the illness when we arrive at the apartment. Here we are. Let's hope he's willing to hear us out. You're so cute, I could eat you up. Why do I flock only to you? It's hardly fair. Well, these are my kittens. If you don't like it, you can go back to your woman. Rub salt in my wound, will you? You know full well she left me. Come on, little ones, come to me. That man there is Utopy's... I mean, that's the champion of a Cruiserweight division. This poses a problem. We can't reveal the truth of him here. What blazes are you doing here? You want to get your asses kicked? You're Desiree, the unenhanced warrior, yes? The Howling Blade, at your service. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I hope we have a chance to meet in the ring soon. The pleasure's all mine. Lest you and I do not make a habit of wearing a regulator. My parents didn't believe in using them. Yana and her sisters were raised with similar values, as I recall, before adapting at Yuptobi's insistence. However, I still use a regulator in battle like every fighter. Except you. I didn't know the two of you were friends. Surprised that a reviled heel like him and a beloved face like me get along. Prove us we've known each other since childhood. We just can't seem to be rid of each other. We both couldn't fit in any of the jobs that were introduced to us, and got up to all manner of mischief together. We would have likely carried on like that if the president of our Ascension Arcadia hadn't come and taken us in. Though it isn't easy being a fighter, we felt like it was our calling. Believe it or not, he used to be so shy that he could hardly form a sentence. But when he became a brute bomber, it was as if he was reborn. Shut up, they don't need to know that. Thinking back, we owe everything to the Arcadion, to the president. That we do. Well, I've seen the kittens as I had intended, so I'll take my leave now. Till next time, Desiree. So what do you want? Yeah, with that story just revealed, this is highly risky because he feels loyalty toward the president. And telling him that he's been conned? This can go bad. There's something you didn't know. Lies, the president would never. I have the results of the examination. I'm afraid his soul already shows signs of psychonecrosis. What? That's nonsense! As the soul is eaten away, it loses its connection to the body, leading to bouts of intense dizziness. The early symptoms of a sickness. If left unchecked, the body will continue to weaken until... The Arcadian means a lot to you. I know, it means a lot to me too. But you need to retire. You're already ill. Until you can find a cure, the only way to prevent your condition from worsening is to stop fighting. Enough. I won't listen to any more of your nonsense. Get out of my sight. And he heard everything. We've done what we could. It's up to him what he does now. Let's go home. Okay, back to the Trials gym. It was difficult to tell Mr. Brute his diagnosis. Not only Utopia, but the Brute Bomber too. We need to find a cure as soon as we can. According to Utopia, the remedy is an infusion of an extremely dense soul. That's why she targeted you. The data from Organics seems to support this, though it was only a hypothesis. The researchers believed reinforcement from a dense soul could be an effective treatment, but this isn't the solution we seek. We'll find another way. I'll scour an ocean of data if I have to. For all our searching, Utopia could only find the one cure. Still, something about her actions doesn't sit right with me. The Utopia I know wouldn't think to save herself at the cost of someone else's life. I can't help but feel she's still hiding something. Hello? Ah, alright, understood. That was Madam. Cruiserweight matches are ready to begin, and he wants us to meet him in the green room. And best of luck to you. And best of luck with your next match, Mr. Zoe. And please be safe. Ah, here she is at last! Now the party can truly begin. That's better. Miss Draboon was begging for a touch of color. Love your work, by the way. A match with you is sure to be a font of inspiration. We're going to get down, you and I. Oh, yes, we are. As you have surmised, they are your rivals in the Cruiserweight division, and I understand you're already acquainted with a champion. Given the situation in the realm, you may have doubts about fighting for entertainment, but it's now most of all that the citizens are in need of diversion to help them forget their cares. I'm counting on you to captivate your audience once more with rousing combat and make the very walls of the Arcadion shake with excitement. The fighters in this division are characters too, huh? But there's far more to them than their showmanship. As you already know, Cruiserweight fighters utilize more potent feral souls. Their attacks pack a heavier punch, so you need to brace yourself and be fully prepared. The Dancing King. Ready, are you? Good. Let the unstoppable upstarts Cruiserweight campaign begin. Right, let's take a look at your first opponent. Alright. The Verdant Reveler, Dancing Green. He's a shameless playboy who loves partying the night away in pubs and clubs. Even his Arcadion bounds he treats as parties where he is the center of attention. Using the soul of a terrible toad, he gains heightened physical prowess and seamlessly incorporates dance moves into combat. Victory will come down to how well you ride the rhythm. Your best bet might be to treat the fight as a party as well. Let yourself go with the flow, you just might be surprised by what follows. Now then, go and show that party animal you've gotten moves of your own, and seize your first victory in the Cruiserweight division. I should mention that the ring will be a dazzling dance floor and the crowd is certain to be electric. So soak up the atmosphere this way and be the star of the show.
He's young, he's stylish, and he knows all the moves! The soul of the party and the king of the dance floor! Dancing Green!
Are you ready to get down?
The Upstart's Cruiserweight campaign begins!
Can you keep up with the rhythm? We're just getting started! Keep grooving, baby!
Dancing Green is pulling out all the stops of these steps.
Okay.
On the dance floor, everyone's a star!
Oh.
Bask in the spotlight and burn, baby, burn!
An invitation to dance. How will the challenger respond?
Show me your moves!
Amazing! They clearly anticipated that attack.
I did.
You're up, dancers! Let's turn up the heat! Try to keep up now!
The fever's taken hold. Can the upstart keep up with Dancing Green?
Dance like there's no tomorrow!
Okay. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Let's finish with style! Groovy moves! The crowd's loving it! Back to it, dancers!
Okay. Like more lines on the ground. Probably close-up area or something? Yeah.
Oh no! That was too much for the challenger!
Show us some electrifying moves!
Ah, too early.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
We're well on the way. This is working out.
Bask in the spotlight and burn, baby, burn!
They're back on their feet! Let's see if they can stay standing!
Ow. There's too much going on. I lost track of half of things.
The challenger rises again! Can they turn this around?
Ah, just look.
Dancers, take it away! Yeah, baby! I feel the fever coming on again!
The knight's reached a fever pitch! All eyes are on Dancing Green!
Dance like there's no tomorrow! finish with style! You're burning up the dance floor, baby! Come on, show me your moves!
Okay.
We're just getting started! Keep grooving, baby!
Ha! Effortlessly dodged. The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger.
Alright, Jana. Well fought, Desiree. With this victory, you've proven yourself a force to be reckoned with in the Cruiserweight division. Good. Art at war. Right then, let's ride the wave of this momentum toward our next victory. And here's your next opponent. A fighter who lives and breathes art. She uses her wing as her gallery. Sugar Riot! Before coming to the Arcadion, she was a graffiti artist, you see. Most of the graffiti you see in Solution 9 was either by her or by those imitating her style. By injecting herself with the soul of a deadly pudding, she's able to concoct special paint that can cause actual change to reality, even the ring itself. To her, fighting is a medium for her art, a means of expressing herself. Her imagination is boundless and you have to take care not to be overwhelmed, staying calm no matter what she throws at you. If you can manage that, you'll surely overcome Sugar Riot and continue on your way to the top of the Cruiserweight division. Sounds good. I can do that. M2.
The ring is her studio, and reality her canvas. She's a rebel with a cause, who captivates all with her illusions. Sugar Riot!
Alright.
What inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
Welcome to Sugar Riot's Gallery of Glamours!
Perhaps I'll draw this.
One. Quite a bit of range.
And with a flourish, Sugar Riot brings her work to life.
Okay, close by. Ah! Jumping bombs, I see. An arrow. So, let's see if that's right. Yep.
That's square!
Targeting arrow. What? Cross, okay.
What's your favorite color?
Don't know. Don't have one.
An image comes to me. I hope you like it hot and sandy.
Goodness, the rain has become a desert.
How about a little more sunshine?
Probably away from where the light is.
When I think desert, I think of these prickly fellows.
Watch out! It's a veritable storm of needles.
Ah.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Calm down.
There's something missing. Oh, I know.
Oh, a death pit.
Quicksand? Oh, you don't want to get caught in that.
What's your favorite color? When you can't decide on one thing. What do you think of this?
Ouch.
Will the challenger be all right?
I'm fine, I'm fine.
What do you say to a refreshing riverscape?
A crystal clear river! How charming!
You don't want to send them water? Don't think I didn't see that lightning weakness just now when I stood there.
This is no good. It needs a touch of thunder, a dash of downpour.
A thunderstorm has turned the waters muddy! How frightening!
I have it. Some destruction to facilitate deconstruction.
A massive raging storm! I hope you brought your parasols. Oh no! That was too much for the Challenger! They're back on their feet! Let's see if they can stay standing!
When you can't decide on one thing, what do you think of this?
Ha! Effortlessly dodged!
Yeah. Down. Try this again.
When you can't decide on one thing, what do you think of this?
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger!
Yes! So, Jana, what do you say? Well done, Desiree. I knew you could do it. Your next match will be against the Cruiserweight champion himself, but seeing as we have a bit of time, there's something I'd like to tend to first. I want to tell Dancing Green and Sugar White about psychonecrosis and see if they've developed any symptoms. We have to save them too if we can. I've borrowed Nayuni's terminal, so we perform the examination here in this room. Rest assured I've already checked for listening devices. The two should be here any moment now. So what's this about, baby? Are we having a party here? If that's the case, I'll excuse myself. I'm rather keen to give form to the inspiration you've given me. No, we're talking about the sickness here. Well, I'm relieved to say you haven't manifested the disease yet. You're both dangerously close to doing so. Just one more ferrous soul injection could push you beyond the brink. Would be wise to stop fighting in the Arcadion. Oh, talk about a downer, baby. This is all very sudden and I struggle to accept it. But for both you and Honey to retire, there must be truth to your words. It's no easy thing to retire, I know. But for your own safety, I ask that you give it careful consideration. I've made up my mind, I'll retire. This doesn't leave a room, but I've always struggled to play the part of Dancing Green. To maintain the persona of a party animal, I had to spend night after night out on the town. And when I'm not doing that, I'm practicing dancing in the studio. It's utterly exhausting, soul-crushing. I pushed through it all because I didn't want to disappoint the fans, but this revelation sets me free. Dancing used to be my passion. Perhaps I can learn to love it again. I always thought you were a genuine party animal. Living only to revel, to think that it's actually a burden on your shoulders? The ring has been my precious studio. It's saddening to think that I won't be able to step into it again. But it was on the streets that I started plying my craft, and this revelation might be a sign telling me to go back to my roots. So I do just that. I go back to the time when the whole city was my studio, and its walls my canvas. Truth be told, seeing you fight without a ferrous soul helped me realize that maybe it's alright just to be myself. I'm relieved. Thank you for listening. Well, we'd rather not die, of course, and it's you we have to thank for warning us. We are liable to attract suspicion if we stay here too long. We discuss when to break the news to management at a later time. Thankfully, those two have other places to employ their talents, like Honey. To the Brute Bomber and the Howling Blade, however, the Arcadion is everything. It isn't easy for them to retire. This I know better than most, but it's a matter of life and death. Good, but I think I end the episode here and we continue next time. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.